Hey everyone, it's Megan from Bookish Delights. Today's video is going to be books that I bought recently. Most of these were bought in June. Some I have won, and I think there's a couple that I got in May, but the majority is from June. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to start off with the ones that I had won, and these are the 3 books that I've won, and they're all hardcover, which I love hardcover books. I just like how they look on a shelf. So the first one I got is The Best Laid Plans by Sidney Sheldon. It's really hard to see the face because it's white on white, so you can really just see the eyes and the lips, but it's kind of looking a little creepy. I think this is a thriller. Like, I think Sidney Sheldon does thrillers, and I just noticed whoever had this book last, the dust jacket was put back on upside down. I have no idea what any of these books are about. I haven't read too much into them. I just saw books and I wanted them. The next one is Motive, an Alex Delaware novel. This is by Jonathan Kellerman. I have no idea if these are part of a series. I didn't look into them on Goodreads. This one probably is a series because it's an Alex Delaware novel, so I'm assuming he is the character. There's some this doesn't bother me, but whoever had this last made little marks. I'm not sure if you can see any of that. Made little marks in the book, I guess. I don't know what they were doing there. They were crossing out some words and some punctuation. So it's not really, they weren't really annotating. They were just crossing out some, or just writing the same word over. I'm not quite sure what that is. Doesn't seem to be any annotations in it. The next one is, what is this? Code by Kathy Riches and Brendan Riches or Reaches. So this looks more like a sci-fi, and it's part of a Viral's novel. So this one is part of a series. There's 2 books here. Oh, they got this down to the dollar store. So I'll be interested to see what this is. But I'm not really into sci-fi much, but like, I don't mind reading another book or picking up another genre just to see what it's like, because who knows, I may end up loving that book. Okay, so moving on, I have one book from a thrift store, and this is a Mary Higgins Clark book, and this is, I heard that song before. Usually I get her books in the mass market paperbacks, and I just, for her books, I don't mind mass market paperbacks. I don't know, they just feel really cozy in your hand when you're reading those, and even though she doesn't write cozy mysteries, but I just prefer her books in that size. But I seen this one, I don't own it, so I figured I would pick it up. It was only like $2, so she writes really good mysteries and thrillers. The next book I have is from the dollar store again, and this is called The Next, and this is by Stephanie Gangi. It's really nice pale blue cover, and it does have a nice silhouette there, and I love the end pages. For a minute in the viewfinder, that looked like a face amongst the, I'm going to say brush strokes. I honestly do not know what it is, but it looked like a face. And then this is the back end pages. It's the same thing. Again, I don't really know what this book is about. Moving on to, these are books that I bought. I know I bought these ones in June. I bought these at Kohl's bookstore. It's kind of like chapters. So the first one is The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. And this is also, I'm pretty sure it's a movie now. Actually, it's, yes, it is a movie, so it's right there. So yeah, this is a movie. I'm not quite too sure on what it's about. Like, I can't remember much about it. I know there's a girl, Natasha, and I think this is something about like two people join forces to do something and they fall in love, or one doesn't believe in it, and so on like that. So I'm excited to read that one. The next is also now a movie, and this is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. I've been wanting to start reading this series for a long time, and I finally picked up the first book, and I like how there's also like images in here, just different little things, breaks up from the text. So I can't wait to dive in on this one. This is a very popular book on BookTube, I believe. The next I have is the second book in the series, which I still haven't read the first. And I said in the past that I try to only buy the first book in a series before I start reading it, instead of buying the whole series. But I know that I am going to love this series. So this is Thunderhead. This is the second book to the, I think the series is called The Arc of the Scythe. The first book is Scythe, and this is by Neil Schusterman. I don't really know much about it. I just know that it's really good. You guys should know by now that I don't really like reading the descriptions of books, because sometimes it gives away too much information about the book and it kind of just spoils it sometimes, so I try to stay away. So usually I will pick up books that I heard about on BookTube, people recommend to me, or just like the cover, or I like the author's writing. The next book I have is Red, White, and Royal Blue. This is by Casey McQuiston, and this was in my July TBR, which, spoiler for my wrap up, I didn't get around to this one. This one I do know that it is an LGBT plus book, and it's supposed to be funny, it's supposed to be cute, so I can't wait to dive into this one. And I believe that is all of my books. Yes, that is all the books I bought recently. Most of them are from June, or might be one or two from May. I didn't buy any in July, surprisingly. So I hope you guys liked that video. Thanks for watching. Leave any video suggestions you have in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.